Hello YouTube, this is Bash bringing you here for week 9 of the CPC D-League Season 5. And we are up against Phil Nilsson, or Jake Moran if you want to call him that way. Um, sorry. And what's this team name again? It's definitely like, hold up, let me pull this up. And the Edmund Oil Carps. His team consists of Tapu Lele, which is Infernape, Zapdos, Hippowdon, Mega Kangaskhan, Toxapex, Excadrill, Braviary, Torkoal, Tangela, and Venusaur, with Z captains being Infernape and Tangela. My team, of course, consists of Mega Mawon, Necrozma, Salamis, Nidoking, Ribombay, Alolan Persian, Decidueye, Volcania, Mesprit, Porygon 2, Rotom Fan, and Scrafty, with Z captains being Salamence and Alolan Persian. So the trade deadline's over. I was trying to debate about it, and I just couldn't fit anything on my. I just didn't think. I just was looking at the lower tiers, and I just didn't like anything there compared to like a Rotom Fan, I guess. So I don't know. We're just gonna stick with Rotom Fan, I guess. But going back over to Phil's team, he's got an interesting team. He's got the second terrain to begin with Tapu Lele, which is terrifying. And then he's got Sun, and he's also got Sand. Sandin, Hippowdon, and the Hippowdon Excadrill core, and Sun with the Torkoal, Tangela, and Venusaur core right there. As well as Torkoal with Infernape. Like Sun with Infernape is pretty terrifying as by its own. And then he's got things like Mega Kangaskhan that are really difficult to take down and hit extremely hard. And like really bulky walls and like Hippowdon, Toxapex, and Zapdos. Torkoal, Tangela, those kind of things are hit really hard. And then even with that, they also got the Braviary with like Defiant users, so like it's pretty. So if he decides to T-Spike Hazard Stack, you can take advantage of that with Defiant if we try to defog. So that's all things I gotta keep in mind. What I am most worried about is the Excadrill. I feel like that's a huge problem for me. And I'm also, well, of course, worried about Tapu Lele, because Tapu Lele just doesn't have the switch in at all. But that's where I was really worried about with Excadrill. I feel like Mega Kangaskhan is a huge issue as well. So that's something, if I could get rid of those two, I feel like I have a decent shot in this match to actually win. But based off of what you're seeing right here, so he ended up bringing Mega Kangaskhan, Braviary, Torkoal, Tapu Lele, Zapdos, and Excadrill, which is interesting because that means no Sand. He's got Sun, but no Sun Abuser. So that's something interesting to know. He's got 3 Pokemon weak to rocks. He's got a Rapid Spinner. He's got 2 Rapid Spinner and 2 Defoggers. And then he's got the Power Hats and Tapu Lele and Mega Kangaskhan. So that's something to know. So let's go into the team I'm bringing this week. Bring Nidoking, subset Earth Power, Ice Beam, Sludge Wave. I think sub Nidoking is very good because this thing literally destroys his entire team. Like he does not have. If I click the right move, I'm pretty sure he gets 2 shot by everything on his team at least gets 2 shot, if not 1 shot. So that's really good. So I feel like sub makes it so I don't have to predict as easily. So that's really something good to know. Then we got Salamence, Dragon Dance, Dragon Claw, Earthquake, Roost, Groundium Z. Groundium Z is for the Excadrill and can also hit the Tapu Lele really hard. This has enough bulk to be able to deal with a Life Orb Stone Edge. No, not Life Orb Rock Slide from Excadrill since Excadrill doesn't get Stone Edge. So that's really good, and Groundium Z destroys Excadrill. Destroys Toxapex as well if I want to step on that. Destroys and can beat Tapu Lele at +1, I believe, depending on his investment. So that's something to know. Next we got Necrozma with Mind Plate, Moonlight, Autonomized, Photon Geyser, Heat Wave. So he's got Psychic Terrain, so I kind of wanted to abuse it as well. And his only really good switch into Photon Geysers are the Excadrill, and Excadrill does not really want to take that since he does not have. I don't think he has a Dark type on his team. Yeah, so I feel like Eclipse is going to be able to take advantage of the Psychic Terrain really well and hit super hard with Photon Geysers with Psychic Plate boosted and Psychic Terrain boosted. That's just hits super hard. Then we got Cyberduck here with Analytic, with Recover, Foul Play, Thunder Wave, Ice Beam. Now, this set is here to Thunderwave things down, slow things down like Mega Kangaskhan, Tapu Lele, stuff like that, Infernape, um, and then Foul Play is really good for like Mega Kangaskhan, take that thing out, Excadrill as well. Ice Beam is really good for like Vita, so this is my way to deal with a lot of his options in Sand, and plus in Sun, and can take on Tapu Lele alright as well, depending on the set. So that's something to note. And we got Volcanion, Rest, Sleep Talk, Roar, Scald. This here is for Infernape. I felt like Infernape was a huge problem for my team, especially with the Sun boosted behind him, so I felt like I needed to switch into that, and that's going to be Geyser here. So that's something to note. It's not, I don't think, I didn't really feel too confident about this set. It's basically like a Suicune set, but it's not a good Suicune set, so that's something to note as well. So, and last but not least, we got a defensive Scrafty. This is here for Mega Kangaskhan. He's Rocky Helmet, Intimidate with Drain Punch, Knockoff, Taunt, Toxic. I know I can't. I know I know Knockoff is not gonna do that too much to Tapu Lele. So like Toxic things down can be nice, and Taunt's also really nice for things like Toxapex, Torkoal, Zapdos, Hippowdon especially. And this could also check Excadrill as well, which is something to note. So that's kind of the team we're going with. Yeah, so let's go into the match. I believe I lead off with Scrafty, expecting the Mega Kangaskhan lead. So I'll go with Scrafty, go for the Intimidate, get it off of Mega Kang, and he makes the immediate switch out to Tapu Lele. As I go for Toxic, predicting the switch, I felt like that was the correct play to do. It's kind of like, I don't think he's going to Excadrill, so I felt like Toxic was the best, especially since I felt like Zapdos was a chance to come in here. So that's something to note as well. So get the Toxic off on that. I'm going to switch into Porygon too, because that's a pretty good switch in here. And he just reveals Calm Mind Tapu Lele, which is kind of scary. As that does more than half. And I misclicked right there. I misclicked right there. It was really bad. I don't know. I misclicked. Obviously, I was never gonna try to Thunder Wave Tapu Lele. Just misclicked. I should have clicked. I was going to click Recover. Thunder Wave was right next to Recover. I actually clicked Thunder Wave, and unfortunately, but unfortunately, we still actually live. Moonblast. So we got more toxic damage. So it's just trading Porygon 2 for Tapu Lele, which isn't the worst trade in the world because Tapu Lele is a huge threat. And Porygon 2 is there to help war with the Sun and can help soft check things like Excadrill and stuff like that. So like it wasn't the worst thing in the world. But yeah, he goes in Mega King. I go into Nidoking. I immediately switch out to Scrafty, get the Intimidate off, make sure he can't do anything with that. And he's going to go for a Frustration. It doesn't do too much to me. And I'm going to get the Rocky Hill chip damage on him. Does I go for a knockoff? No, I go for another Toxic. He's predicting to switch into Zapdos this time. So I had a feeling that he was not going to stay in. So he goes for a Toxic. I make a good play into Nidoking. And I think I'm going to sub on this turn, I believe. Yeah, I sub on this turn. And he reveals to be Air Balloon, which is great that I subbed here because now I have a chance to two-shot this thing. So he goes for Earthquake. He actually outspeeds. I'm going to go for Ice Beam, and I can two-shot this thing now, which is amazing. I'm just going to stay in, predicting him to think I'm going to switch out. And I'm going to click Ice Beam again. That's a dead, what's it called? Shoot, it's going too fast. Excadrill. But now, I think Nidoking's still valuable. It beats a lot of his mons already. It just doesn't want to take a hit from this monster. So I'm going to go switch into Geyser here, sack this thing off. He didn't bring in Infernape, so it wasn't that important to me. I could and this thing is gone, and I'm going to switch into, I believe it was Scrafty. Yeah, Scrafty. And I could go for a Drain Punch. I could go for whatever. I believe, yeah, I go for the Drain Punch. I want to get some recovery back a little bit. But he goes into Braviary, and I gotta sack off Nidoking at this point. I want to see what he wants to do. Alright, I'm gonna go to the crossbow. This is my chance to autonomize here, put in a lot of pressure on this team. So I get the autonomize off. I'm gonna go for the Photon Geyser, bring him low, but I don't have the Psychic Terrain up, which is kind of annoying. But we're gonna be fine. Look how much that does. That does a butt ton. So I'm gonna be able to take this thing out here. I go for the Heat Wave because I don't want to waste PP because I already know he's Pressure Stall. So that's kind of annoying, but he goes into Mega Kangaskhan. I'm going to go for the Photon Geyser, bring this thing low. bring him down to 7%. He goes for frustration. He's gonna take me out, I think, after toxic damage. Yeah, toxic damage takes me out. That's fine. I get to go into Scrafty here, and I could click. I get to click Drain Punch. He goes for the Ice Punch, going for the freeze, but it's a well. Here's where I make a misplay though. Straight up, I win this game if I just click Taunt. I should have clicked Taunt. But I go for knockoff, and he ends up being Shell Smash. And that is going to be GG, people. That's going to be GG. Yeah, I misplayed, and now he's at +4. He's like +4 or whatever. So, yeah, we lost. Only way I could come back in the game is if you missed a Fire Blast, but that wasn't going to happen. So, yeah, and HBS is going to take me out here. So that's GG to Phil. I made the misplay at the end. Well, he had some good prep. I didn't expect Shell Smash Torkoal at all. It was a good bring on his part. So, yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. We did end up taking an L this week. I believe that puts us at what, like 4 and 5? I think. Is that 4 and 5? Yeah, 4 and 5. So we have to win next week in order to have a chance at playoffs. Because if we lose next week, we are definitely out of playoffs. If we win next week and some other things go down, we make it into playoffs. So we got to make sure we win next week. I believe we play Dracon or whatever his name is. I can't pronounce it correctly. So yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, Bash.